Let's go. We got bowling, baby. We got Dreamer, baby. Bowling's, kind of sitting on the floorboard there. We got Sun Bear, baby. We got Dragon T, baby. Risen. Nobody cares about it.
This doesn't get a baby.
Baby! Yes! I love you! Baby! Yes! Baby! Yes! I love you! Baby! Yes!
DeFi Kingdoms, baby. DeFi Kingdoms for beginners. Do you not know anything about crypto? I got you. DeFi, decentralized finance. You got kids, you got a wife. DeFi Kingdoms, billions of dollars with Hero. Yes, baby, why? Amazing. GQ bot, he does. Yes. Even though there's no right or wrong way. Wonder where I'm at? Yes. Once upon a time, in the not too distant past. Baby. Yes.
Baby! Yes! I love you! Baby! Yes! Baby! Yes! Baby! Yes!
Baby, Flu in the house.
Really
so here's the deal.
Really
Here's what was going on. I go to Denver and I meet this guy named Flu that Ogre knew and all these people knew. Didn't know him from Adam or anything. All right, and then next thing I know, he started this project, or he's a co-founder of this project called Granary. Am I pronouncing that right? Granary. And
Granary.
Yeah, sure enough. Never heard of it. I never heard of it. And then, but I checked the Twitter, 200,000 followers. Like, whoa, next thing I know, he's also on the team with Mind Games. He's also partly behind this other project called San. Never heard of it. And it's like, whoa, I'm in Twitter Spaces listening to him today. They got the Granary.
Yep.
Okay, has big things going. And look, we got Doug in the house. Doug knows this guy. Doug,
whoa, I'm here.
All about this guy after Denver.
How did I get here? Where am I?
What is up, you guys?
My God, I'm surrounded by dragons and flus.
Yes. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
And Flu is one of the initial seed investors for Dragons Crossing, baby. So I wanted to catch his vision for Dragons Crossing. I want to see what he's up to. All these different things. I remember I was there in Denver and was with Dreamer, and Dreamer was wanting to go talk to Flu. Man, who is this guy? What's going on, Flu? What's going on with your projects? Want to hear more all about what you're doing.
So you're saying that you're big in DFK, right?
I've been a DFK guy, for a while, and love.
You've never heard of me.
I know. I came in in March.
Other than when
1 year ago, I was brand new. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and got wrecked.
So I was in DFK before people started getting wrecked, right? I had a difference of opinion on as to whether or not a second power token was needed. That was the main kind of like disagreement between me and some of the team. And then so what has happened since then, though, the team and we've made up. Frisky and I talk. Frisky dude, I have tried to struggle so hard with the I wanted to get all of the DFK holders a discount on grain, but we just like we had to funnel everything through lawyers and everything with the Frisky side and the DFK side. So no worries there. But yeah, no, we're straight. Like everything's good now. Dreamers talked to me, and so everything's good.
Dreamer even gave you a shout out on the AMA after Denver. Did you know that?
Really? What did he say?
Did. He said, well, I got a chance to catch up with Flu. It was good. He was just kind of talking about a little bit about his trip, and he threw that in there. That was part of it.
It's true. I heard that.
Nice. Yeah. All right, awesome. Yeah, no. I think that DFK is well positioned overall to be like a continuing industry leader going forward. And I think that's really important to like note. I think that DFK is well positioned to not only be an industry leader, but to be one of the industry leader that is the most focused on actively being decentralized finance, as opposed to a lot of these others that are going to go down this path of like, oh, we want Web 2 to be able to enter and have financialized systems that are not clearly crypto related or NFT related. We consider NFTs and crypto to be a bad word. I think that DeFi Kingdoms is well positioned to be the entry point for no, fuck that. Let's learn about decentralized finance. Let's learn about crypto. Let's learn about NFTs, and let's have this positive sort of interface in order to teach that. And I think that that's really the huge fucking strength of that. Also, Pacheco, I see you in the chat talking about the Son hat. If you send me your physical address, I will ship you one of the ones with the logo, the triangle logo, just because I love you so much. So yeah, let's go. Ship me that on Twitter, and I'll get that out probably in the next few days.
I love it. Yeah, I think he was reaching out to me because I just joined. So all those Discords, by the way, are right at the top of the description below. Go join the Granary. I want to get your vision on Dragon's Crossing for sure, but let's start with your project, the Granary project you've got going here. And what's this all? It's like a lending protocol? Is that what's going on there?
Yeah, so Granary is a community. It's about to be a community-owned lending project, and it's actually operated as a nonprofit. So we're not in this to make like a shit ton of money. We've actually operated it pretty much at no. Yeah, you might not want to have that up because the Granary chat is kind of insane. I like if anyone's familiar with me at all, they know that I'm very degen, and I let my mods kind of keep that sort of thing. The other thing with the mods is that they're all unpaid right now because we're not making any money, and so they all are from more established DeFi protocols for the most part. A lot of them are devs for other DeFi protocols. There's some very, very famous people in there in terms of DeFi. And so they're not paid, and they come in, and sometimes they use it as a little bit of stress relief to just fuck around and find out. So
now you're basically what you're telling me is I need to get in here, see what's going on.
Yeah, no, it goes kind of nuts. Yeah.
Nice. Hey, this is not usually a PG channel. You can be you. It's all good, baby. Okay.
We could be Saint Flu temporarily if you wish to, though.
Yeah. You want Saint Flu?
That's up to the Almighty, though.
Okay, so it's a lending platform, and didn't I read that you guys just raised $4.5 million? You guys got big vision.
We actually just hit 5 million.
5 million raised for what? What are you guys doing here?
So we are looking to turn on the monetization side of the platform while actually returning all of the monetization into the token itself. So like every single bit of revenue that we're going to have, from the MEV, from the max extractable value, for the liquidation engines and everything, all of that is going to get funneled back through the token 100%. There's nothing that gets saved for the team. There's nothing that gets saved for like my bags or whatever. I have an allocation of the token. The rest of the team has an allocation of the token. Team is very, very small. The actual amount of team that we have is like 4. So we have a extremely small team. We operate extremely lean, and then we got the Byte Masons, which is a larger group of developers, all developers, to come in and help us build Granary. So they have an allocation as well, and that's it. And that's it. And then we have the liquidity generation event that's going to have like the 12.5%. We got a few other things that, and so almost immediately upon launch, actually pretty much immediately upon launch, everything that's out there in like the open market is going to immediately outweigh what the team has, and that's by design. That's the purpose. And so we've raised $5 million for that LGE, and I couldn't be happier, man. I think that there's a lot of things that I'm proud of. The initial growth of DFK chief among them, but right after that is Granary and Son. But Granary is very much my own baby. I started with 2 other degens.
Okay.
Actually, dude, you've probably heard of the $1 Million Jewel kid, right?
No,
The kid who sold his locked jewel for $1 million.
I did. That was right when I first got in the game.
So Josiah, that's Josiah. Josiah actually was one of the original co-founders of Granary, but then stepped out shortly after that, because he didn't have the time to focus. I mean, he's in high school, right? He's 17 years old currently. Crazy. And so he doesn't really have an active position anymore. He's still a mod in the Discord, but dude, like him and a couple others, like myself and one other person, we were basically like, hey, what if this platform and this platform, which were both Aave forks that had very, very aggressive tokenomics, what if we were like, hey, what if they had morals? And then we just kind of developed from there. And so we did the things that were necessary to make sure that we had a very community focused platform.
So what I'm hearing from you is that you have conviction for Web3, baby, decentralization. Are you also big on the banks? You big on the big banks like Goldman Sachs? You big Goldman Sachs guy too?
I think Dreamer and I have the same opinion of Goldman Sachs.
I love it. No, I love your you tweeted out you are anti crypto.
Yes.
That's it right there, man. We align in this. I love it. Baby. So what is LGE? What's that about?
So LGE is a term. It stands for liquidity generation event. It's not supposed to be a sale. It's not like we're selling anything at a specific price or raising money to pair against the token. And so the total amount raised divided by the total amount of tokens that we have, that creates our initial valuation. And so that's really like the community decides the price. The community decides how much money is going to be put into that. We don't put everything in there because having $5 million in initial liquidity would be fucking stupid. But we take some out for development. We take some out for other costs. We take some out for other things, and then we go live with the liquidity pools. The interesting thing about this is that we're actually going to be launching on 7 chains simultaneously.
Really?
Yeah. So we've raised on 7 chains simultaneously, which is the first time that anyone's ever done that, multi-chain LGE. And then we're going to also have the first multi-chain launch of that, which is funny because our official bridge partner after launch is going to be multi-chain, which is the bridge. So
okay. And the main thing that Granary does is crypto lending. You want to dive into that a little bit and how that works?
Yeah. So a lot of people use crypto lending to beat the market. They like to create perpetual long or short positions on chain. They don't like dealing with things like centralized exchanges because they've seen what can happen whenever you over allocate your resources to central exchanges. It's a very risky play, right? And so dealing with some of these leverage longs, you can take leverage longs on Granary. You can take leverage shorts on Granary. You can do so by like redepositing your initial and then like, kind of stacking that. There's strategies to that. I don't like to get into that too much because like that's not my problem. My problem is making sure that the actual platform works. What the people use it for, they can use it for anything. I think leverage longs and shorts are boring personally. What I care more about in terms of yield generation and what Granary can be used for is that we want to be very, very friendly to gaming. Right? And so like eventually my goal is to launch Granary on DFKchain.
Okay.
So for one thing, I've spoken to Dreamer about this. I've spoken to Frisky about this. It's a big, big goal of mine to launch Granary on DFKchain. And I want people to be able to actively use their Jewel and their Crystal and their other assets on DFKchain to like lend and borrow and do things. I even want to see people being able to like leverage against bloaters or whatever, right? Because like as everyone of culture knows, the true premium asset in the DFK ecosystem is not Jewel, it is actually bloaters. And anyone that is telling you anything otherwise is wrong.
Nice. I love it. I love it. We're going to say right here, we're going to say LFG baby.
Are you team bloaters though? Like that's what I need to know.
Heck yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
I've got it. Heck yeah, team bloaters. I'm stacking my bloaters right now as we speak, baby.
How many bloaters do you have? That's my real question.
I have no idea.
I actually don't know either. I need to go look.
It's many thousand.
I have
liquidity
not played in a long time, unfortunately, because I've been very busy. But
yes,
let's go check out. I think I have 3.1 thousand bloaters. Unfortunately, I am underinvested.
Hey, and those have been pumping here a little bit lately. We're about to get actual pet utility in DeFi Kingdoms, baby. Finally, gonna come. And so we're going to need those bloaters to feed the pets. I'm so pumped. Yeah, so much going on in the DFK ecosystem. That's exciting. Okay, so what is SON?
So SON is easily explained just by showing you this.
Okay.
Which are, well, there you go. So SON are headphones, and they're kind of large, right? They're kind of large. They're and I can take them out, but they're gonna pop over to Bluetooth.
Okay.
But they're kind of large, but they're very unique. They're actually designed by the same artist that did Oni Force, which is a large ETH NFT project that's kind of had a rebirth as of late. But they're designed by him. They're actually, I'll show you this.
Yeah.
There's two statues over there.
Yes.
Those are designed by the same person, which is I'm Complex. I'm Complex also recently had a moment during the Chicago Bulls game where they actually advertised a statue that he had done with the creative. It was like a creative rendition of the Chicago Bulls mascot, but they actually did it live on like ESPN. They showed the statue off and were like, this is going to be an exclusive drop through the Bulls app and everything. And I was so proud of like my friend Brian, which is I'm Complex, and his success, man, is just incredible. But yeah, he did the design for the headphones. And then the technical side of it was done by one of the co-founders of Beats by Dre, so on and so forth. SON is stupidly undervalued. You can get one for like 0.02 or less ETH on ETH. And we're going to be actually shipping some devices soon to a lot of different people, like Pacheco, I believe, who may be still watching.
Okay, show me those headphones again. We've got you in the bigger screen. Okay. And so how does that tie? Is this a crypto thing?
So these are Web3 enabled. How that actually works, we don't like to talk about that much. However, I would like to say that we're building an app. We're building an app that's going to be, actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'll talk about it a lot. We're building an app. Imagine Pokemon Go, but it's like audio only, right? So you're walking down the street and then you're listening to music, but then you get interrupted and you hear like a clue or whatever. You hear like some sound, you hear like some thumping bass line, and you're like, what the fuck? Where is it? And then so you know that you've got something going on, you know that there's something happening. And so you kind of like open the app, and it shows up on the app, it shows up on the map, and so it shows that there's like some like unknown event going on there on the app. So you go over to it, and once you enter the actual geofence zone, maybe you get an NFT drop to your wallet. Maybe you get like a special song that starts playing in your headphones. Maybe you get like access to some sort of game. Maybe you have like a real life version of Among Us. Maybe you have like a real life Victorian murder mystery, right? There's a million different possibilities for this. I really want to get DFK themed headphones, because these are exactly what they look like. These are huge. These are a branding opportunity, and these are something that cannot be overstated as to how many different directions that we could go with these. If you can imagine something with headphones or like audio or spatial audio or metaverse or whatever, this is exactly what it is. We don't like the term metaverse though. Metaverse sounds kind of weird. Doug, do you like the term metaverse?
Tell us.
I don't know if I like the term metaverse, but I know like I like hanging out with you guys, whatever this is. And also when we were walking around East Denver and people were putting on the earbuds and they were listening and they were in something, right? They were in some kind of like experience that was happening.
Did you try them?
Yeah, I did.
What do you think of them?
I think they're really cool. And then, you know, how you can like hear like 3D sound or something, right? Like you feel like you're surrounded by like a wall of sound. And also, I also did a photo shoot as Sound's official cover model too. Yeah, that was fun.
It's true. Now that website or that YouTube that you're actually looking up there, if people do want to know more about Son, and I don't want to spend a ton of time on Son, but like if people do want to know more, like go subscribe to the Son Sound YouTube. We have a TikTok, we have an Instagram. We don't utilize all of them to the best of our ability, but we use the fuck out of Twitch. Twitch.tv/SonSound3, SANSOUND 3.
Here it is. And
so
I'm posting these links in the chat right now, baby.
Yep. And then we have, looks like all the recent broadcasts we had kind of lower. We had about 300, 400 views. There's some that you can look up in the past, though, that have had like 20,000, 30,000. But due to Twitch's policies, I think that most of those have faded into the abyss at this point.
Okay.
I just shared the official photo shoot from East Denver in case you want to share it. Just, you know.
Oh, baby. Let's go.
Look at this.
Look at this.
I believe that one of the founders of Son took that photograph.
Yes.
And you're holding the ear.
Yeah.
And you're wearing them.
In case I'm wearing them. People were really enjoying it going around. I actually filmed a bunch of people, like their expressions, their responses. It was really cool.
Really? Dang. So what the heck? How'd you get into all this? What else do you got? So you're also on the team of Mind Games, which I bought some Gen Zeros.
So Mind Games is an interesting one. Mind Games, they contacted me recently, and I have for the entirety of my time in crypto, I have never supported a DFK like thing. I've never supported a game that is the DEX.
Right.
And I have made an exception. And Ogre actually started recently checking out Mind Games last night as well.
Oh.
I don't think it's a competitor to DFK. I think it's going to be an entirely different experience than DFK. And that's part of the reason why I wanted to support it. And I just started talking to the team. I started talking to the people involved. They've got some really big plans. They're not going to stay it's not going to stay just as a card game. They're going to go into the 3D realm. They're going to go into some really cool stuff. But they're kind of like doing a lot of things right. And so I'm really, really bullish on Mind Games. I think that, and I said that in my thread about it, I don't necessarily support buying and holding a token forever, even for DFK with Jewel. And this is part of the reason that a lot of people in DFK didn't fucking like me after I'd left. But I never said to buy the goddamn Jewel token after about $5. I was like, the valuation is pretty high. Yeah, and it's something that's going to inflate for a long time, and it's going to have a lot that's locked and so on and so forth. But
Yeah.
I believe, I'm really bullish on like playable NFTs. I've sold very, 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 very few DFK heroes. I recently sold a Gen Zero just because I'm running several businesses and I needed some stuff to pay my mortgage, right?
Okay.
But I'm super bullish on NFTs, and especially playable NFTs, things that you can actually have experiences with are
Yeah.
really cool.
Right.
Speaking of that, Dragon's Crossing.
Let's go. What's your vision? What caused you? So I'm assuming you knew Bloater Punch, Baby Punch, Sandwich Punch, these guys. And you were one of the early people helping them out, right? Raising money, seed investor.
Yeah, Sandwich Punch and I worked on DFK together, obviously. And so Sandwich Punch, I was there whenever Sandwich Punch came onto the team at DFK. I think I might have been involved in that. I don't actually recall, but I was involved in the recruitment of most influencers and people in the BARD program. But Sandwich is a great guy. He's really, really smart. And all I heard initially was that Sandwich was doing something, right? And I was like, yes, take my fucking money. and that was it. That's all I needed. That's actually like 100% honest with you. That is all I needed. I did not give a shit about the rest of it. I did not give a fuck. I was just like, oh, Sandwich is involved? Sandwich is involved? All right, cool. No, fuck it. I'm in. Let's go.
Yes. Right? And because they have they have a drive, they have a vision that's not money driven. It's not about making a quick buck. It's like a vision and a passion to be awesome and to have a fun game that's ready to go on day one. I love it. And sustainable tokenomics. I love their vision and their why that's driving them.
Yeah, and that's really like what I heard after the fact, after that whole initial thing of like, oh yeah, take my money, right?
Yeah.
Them explaining the rest of it is what caused me to go out and find them a bunch of like-minded investors. And so I actually asked Bloater about this the other day. I was like, how much of the initial funding, the seed funding, did I bring into Dragon's Crossing? And he said about 75%.
Also, side note, for myself, as soon as I met the team and or watched the town hall, I was super impressed. And then I heard from Flu that or somebody that you were one of the initial people helping them, and immediately I was like, okay, I was like, it's time to DM Bloater the hell out of Bloater Punch and get them whatever I can do to help. And I was absolutely in love with it from the beginning. With all those elements, was just awesome that it was aligned. And now we're here.
It's awesome. So, and I love just because you have that trust of the core values of Sandwich Punch. As soon as I heard all this going on, it's like, it's going to be awesome. They're not stupid. They're highly intelligent, awesome dudes. And with the right core values, like the right ethos that's driving them, I love it. Man.
This dragon represents how I feel about Dragon's Crossing. Okay, this is my Dragon's Crossing pet right here.
It is beautiful, Doug.
And I think that there's some very early FUD that I wanted to address with DCX, is that like they came out with that thing that they were talking about, actual playable game, right?
Right.
And a lot of people took that to mean DFK, and it was never meant about DFK. It was really talking about all the pretenders to the throne with DFK. Right. It was the people that were aping it.
Yeah, I mean, I was involved in 50 gaming projects, literally not playing. One or two of them I was playing. Klaytn Arena, VC rug pull. They come out, the tokens, the VCs immediately are at least 100x up, sometimes 1,000x when it gets launched, and they just dump on the heads of the players. And then the game's still not even out for years. We see it all the time. A bunch of nonsense always happening in the crypto gaming space. It's killing me. And so, I mean, I was involved in 50 different gaming projects that went to zero.
Yeah.
Or down 99.9999 because it's just a VC rug pull.
Yeah, and I think and that's something that really bullish. I was always really bullish on DFK for that reason. And I was in the position for a while. Like I was the only one doing business development for them before Dreamer got there.
So
And
you were actually on staff with DFK?
yeah, see, this is what I was talking about earlier, which whenever I was like, you were around DFK and you don't fucking know who I am, right? I was on the team day one, right? Like I saw that no one was answering questions in chat that actually had to do with MetaMask or anything like super crypto related. I knew that most of the team was Web 2. And by everyone would wait for Frisky. Wait for Frisky. This was before they had proper marketing staff. This was before they had proper any other sort of staff. They had just like a few core members of the team, and that was about it, like 7 or 8 people that were doing it. And then so I saw that they had not enough people that were doing that. And so I was like, hey, Frisky, you need help, man. You're not going to hang out in Discord all day. This is going to grow past where you think that is going to grow. This is incredible. Let's go. Let's have me jump on here. I'll help you with this and this. I've done this for dozens of BSC projects before. Let's do this. And so that's how we got involved. That's how that kind of helped growing. As Dag says, I did AMAs, streams. I was heavy in the Discord, and I started recruiting in bards and helping setting up that sort of marketing strategy with the bard program and everything. And so I was on the team. I just was a contractor and not a core member of said team.
Got you. Yeah, because what drove me to start this channel, believe it or not, I was like, Frisky, you guys need help on your messaging. You guys need like a communications director. And as time has gone on, it's just like all the more confirmed, even though they communicate really what, they do the weekly AMAs, they do their best to listen to community feedback and this and that. But still, just like most all crypto projects, usually all the good ones anyways, out there, there are always a bunch of nerdy, high IQ, geek out, nerd out devs that are phenomenal, big brains devs, but their strengths are not messaging, marketing, communications, right? And it kills me. I'm like,
Yep.
So that's why I'm here, baby.
Yeah, exactly, man. It's something that's important. You have to always have that sort of communication and everything. And honestly, man, if you wanted to come and take a look at Mind Games and start streaming and maybe doing some giveaways and stuff for your community,
heck yeah,
I would push to make that happen. I think that right now some of the biggest plays in DeFi gaming that are DeFi gaming and not just like a thing that they're pushing into the Web 2 space, which is also very valuable, right?
Yeah.
Like Son is intended to be Web 2 focused, right?
Okay.
Son is intended to be Web 2 focused. We're onboarding grandmothers, right? Like we're gonna and we're doing that with like this quality like hardware. We're doing it through like it's there's a listen to earn music discovery platform, but it's not going to be like listen to earn in terms of like you're seeing tokens pop up, right? You're going to see points in the Web 2 facing app, right? And then that's really where like, okay, well, you can turn these into experiences, you can turn these into products, but it's not about crypto, it's not about NFTs, it's not about all this other stuff. The Web 3 focused games, I think, that have the greatest potential right now, 3 of them are Mind Games, Dragon's Crossing, and DeFi Kingdoms. And I think that's like it. You need. We still have our own culture, and this is something that I hate so much about this, is that everyone says that we're not going to ever succeed unless we go all Web 2. We go all Web 2. Y'all are missing the fucking point. Like, we still need our own culture. We're not gonna fucking just give up being DeFi degens and stuff. We need early adopters to stay early adopters. We need to be on the front lines. We need to be adopting these new things. We need to be staying up to date with these new EIPs that go out. Like, we need to be here. We need to be within this. Otherwise, there's no one to help these people, these millions and millions of people. Like Amazon says they're going to onboard the next 300 million with their marketplace or whatever.
Okay.
But there's like, okay, where are those people going to go for help?
Yeah.
They're going to go to educators like you, like Hype, like myself. Probably less so myself anymore because I'm so fucking busy all the time. But yeah, no, they're going to go to people who know the underlying principles and the core fundamental values and pieces that actually make everything run. And that's it.
I love it. So Doug speaks very, very highly of you, by the way.
Only Saint Flu, though. That's
only the Saint Flu side. Okay.
But no. Grady, this is a good point for me to jump in. And that's a really good point. This is my messaging all the time, is that people like us, and I always reference Flu a lot about this because my whole onboarding into Web3 literally started with meeting Flu at ETH Denver last year and him introducing me to people like Ogre and whoever. While Flu, you were walking around half the time with your laptop, like doing DeFi Kingdom stuff, whatever. You were grinding, you were doing all the things. And in my mind, I'm like, this is the dude. This is the dude that, like, in my mind is doing the things the way that I like to do them. Like, if I'm talking about DeFi Kingdoms or about Dragon's Crossing, I'm in there playing the game, figuring it all out, but then relating to everyone and trying to deliver the message to people in organic ways, right? But why is it? Why it's important, right? Like you just said, the underlying principles and onboarding people and doing it in the right way. Half the projects that hire me, I'm like their hype man, but really what I'm doing is onboarding people and helping them learn stuff most of the time. Right. That's what. And then when I met you, Grady, that's what you were doing. You were like, I was like, Grady, let's figure out something fun to do about DeFi Kingdoms that's really exciting. That can just like be to the point, exciting, fun. Why I care, what I like about it, and deliver messages that are really strong and fun. And and that was so exciting and fun. And now we're all here together. And when Flu was brought up, I was like, bro, you don't know about like all this other stuff going on and who Flu is and stuff. And it's like, because part of the reason Flu is you're so busy doing so many damn things. But it's really cool because people, I always make this joke where like people will be like, they'll meet Flu for a second, see that he's fun and witty. And I'm like, but you don't know him. You haven't ever met him in real life. You should see how hard this man works for Web3 in general, period, for the people. It's completely ridiculous. That's ETH Denver walking around, having people like try on the sound earbuds, do all this stuff. The whole team is there, but he's the one that's engaging, doing the things, interacting with people, connecting people. And it's one of those things where like I enjoy learning from other people so much. It's ridiculous. My eyes bleed. I like it so much that like it's just been like a cool experience to be able to do that. And also the fact that I love the different voices and the different people, all the like here, even in the chats when people are saying that like you know, when Diggs is making all these like fun comments about like, what did he just say? He said, I thought Flu was a dev. He's making these things of like, he wants to be with us doing this stuff and be excited. And people want to be able to like be outgoing and fun, and everybody can do it. Everyone can have influence, share the things that they love, the games and whatever. And we want to help them do that too. So that's kind of the thing, is that Flu helped me do that. So like, that's what's amazing, right? Is that like, we all can reach to the next level.
I love it. So real quick, just so you guys know, at the end of this video, we're going to do a whitelist giveaway for Dragon's Crossing, and we're going to talk a little bit more about Dragon's Crossing. But first, Flu, I want to ask you, I've heard people say, it's not the first time I've heard somebody say here, that they think Mind Games is kind of a scam or whatever. It's just a copycat of DFK. And but I've seen some other people, some good, reputable people that I like, reputable, and including yourself. When I saw you actually backing the project like that, I was like, whoa, I saw guys like Bartertown and other people talking about it. What do you think? Do you know these devs? Do you know the devs of the project for Mind Games? Are they legit? Is it good? I guess the gameplay is already out or coming out real soon.
Yeah, so I will say that I don't blame these people. Like Etten in the chat, for example, you can kind of see those messages popping up that I'm trying to like build bridges here a little bit. And I don't really blame anyone, because it has been really difficult to trust the team. It's been really difficult to trust the team. It was also, by the way, very difficult to trust the team from DFK very early on.
Sure.
It took
I mean,
them forever to dox. I was the first person to dox. I was one of the only people that was truly doxed for a long, long time, months. And so I get it, right? But
mhm.
I have met the team. I every single thing with the team over at Mind Games. I've actually I've been on live video chats with them. I know their real names,
Yeah.
so on and so forth. Now I don't have paperwork yet, but I've confirmed a few things privately as like previous experience, especially for the lead dev Kosku, and Kosku has one thing specifically that he used to be at, that he used to do, and this is the thing that caused me to sign on to the team and be okay with getting paid by them. And
Okay.
I can't dox it yet,
Okay.
but I know that I'm getting him to do it. I'm getting him to dox. Right now, they're working with a news source, and hopefully that's going to be where they dox that. And it's going to bring a lot of trust. It's going to it's a fuck ton of experience to that specific project and thing. I don't want to over focus on mind games. I also didn't want to
Sure.
over focus on Son. I and like DFK is obviously a continuing theme, but like Dragon's Crossing is like really the star of the show today.
Yes.
And I
Let's
really
go.
do want to talk about that.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, and Eden, I do know them. So like let's go, bro. If you ever want to talk to me, I'm always available. As I said, D Final Fantasy on Twitter. And I'd love to get you into a chat with some of the people behind it if you have concerns. Hell, I'll have them video docs to you. No fucking issue.
Yeah, and
Anyway,
I was talking to them right before the stream, and I was talking to him a couple weeks ago about coming on the channel. I'm going to ask him some of those hard questions. We're going to pin them down like a butterfly in a killing board, baby, and get the lowdown, because it seems pretty good. It's certainly
we got it, dude. And this is the thing, is that like we really do. And Eden's right. Like we need to protect the community in times like this, and in any times we have to continuously be a source of like, we need to hold down these people and make sure that they're aware of like how much risk that we're taking in just like blindly trusting anon accounts. So that's like the issue, and that's always been the issue. We're supposed to be in this trustless environment. It's not trustless. Every single thing in this environment is based on trust.
yes. And it's all about the core values of the team. And I'm guessing that you're not wanting to put your name on the line and get a bad name for supporting shady projects.
Dude, the biggest black flag that I have is from a misunderstanding where someone accused me of shilling an old, not really even a rug, because they never rugged, because it couldn't rug. Like that was what I was talking about very early on. I said they can't rug. I didn't say they couldn't scam you. And as a matter of fact, I said it was 99.9% likely to be a fucking scam. And so it was called Holy Grail. And so like you'll see even comments today where people will be like, "Oh, flu shield Holy Grail." Look back at the fucking tweets. The very, very first fucking tweet that I ever posted about Holy Grail was, "This shit is 99% likely a scam, but you might be able to make some money in the meantime." And then I ended up burning all of my fucking shit and all that because like people were being bitches about it. And the problem is that like people say things and they hear things and they don't actually do their own research behind it, and it's very frustrating because like I have a public name, I have a public face. I posted the picture of my fucking house on Twitter. I have no issues. I go to all the events. Everyone's welcome to meet me. I go to different cities all the time. I was just in Denver, LA, everywhere. Like, let's fucking go. You can catch me any day. It's not a problem. So I'm a big fan of people who come out and are like, "Hey, why did you say this? Why did you do this? Why?" Like, but unless you come to me with like on-chain evidence, shut the fuck up.
I'll say this: the people that really pay attention, and you'll see this, Diggs is in the chat right now saying that, like, you know, you were the first, your first tweet was about how it was a scam. The people that really pay attention and hang around, they like see it. They like see the real what's actually happening, right? Like it's all the stuff that happened with other chains and stuff that was going on. Like there's people that hang out and like in the Twitter spaces and stuff, they pay attention and they kind of like see and know really what's going on. If you actually really invest your time and attention to wanting to know what's really happening, you can. But the vast majority of people do not, and they kind of stay on the outside. They just make assumptions. But don't listen to them. Look further and hang around and for a minute, and then you'll kind of start to see what the real deal is for yourself.
Yeah. And the other note on that is that no one's going to have 100% success rate. No one.
Right.
I actually fell for a really, really old Harmony one called Radiant Isle. And I invested like $3,000 into the land there, and I lost all that. And then I invested like another $6,000 into the token, I think. And I lost all that. And so like I was actually trying to get them. I was like initially I was really bullish on Radiant. I thought it was really awesome. I was like, oh man, DFK, we should work with them, blah blah blah. And like I would have started down this path that would have been very dangerous, right? And like it happens. It happens. No one is perfect. No, and I'm never gonna say that I'm perfect because I'm certainly not. But as far as the projects that I've put my name on, as far as the projects that I've absolutely like stood behind or worked with, I have pretty much 100% success ratio. And that not counting anything on BSC, because back then I was and I was just helping in terms of like ghostwriting white papers and helping shill shit on Reddit.
Plus, there's the element, Grady, of transparency. Flu's always putting stuff out there and saying what you really mean, Flu. And the people that really vibe with that they understand that, like really gravitate towards that, which is super awesome.
Yep. I love it. I love it. Baby. Okay. So back to Dragon's Crossing. Doug, what do you think?
Well, this is the thing, guys. So when I first saw the town hall and Brady's like, there's this game coming out. I've been, knowing about and stuff. And he's like, it's kind of like, it's going to come out soon. I watched the first town hall and immediately I was like, the punches, bloater punch and sandwich punch and everyone were like they gave me the vibe of the people that I just fall in love with immediately in Web3 that are just like super transparent, upfront. And not only that, they have a great game plan for the community and for something that's about the people, but they understand and they can wrap their head around what's actually important. And then they communicate that. Like they really care about the fact of the tokens not going to inflate. They really want to make sure people actually are playing the game and it's not just a bot system, right? They want the game to actually have an experience and they have like the beautiful soundtrack, the voiceovers. They're basically all these question marks I have. They're just checking boxes left and right. And I was like, oh my God, like this is not normal. And then when I found out, I don't know who told me that Flu was like an early person in this. My mind was just like, oh my God. I was like, this is so cool. It kind of like answered all these questions, at least at first, of like what you can know in the very beginning. And the fact that they're doing town halls and streams like crazy, because when we were at the gamer event at ETH Denver just like a month ago or whatever, and we had DFK and we had Kyle on the blocks on these panels, and I'm like, bro, we should be on these panels, Grady, with these people. I work for like Altera and other games too, and because it's really and especially it was about engagement was one of the topics. And Grady and I are in the crowd yelling, screaming, all this stuff. And I get, as soon as they said Q&A, I'm on the mic before they even stopped saying it. I'm like, bro, what are you doing to elevate the people that are actually getting you engagement and pivoting and doing the things you need to do, right? And next thing you know, Dragon Crossing comes out and they start doing exactly the things I'm yelling at all these people to do, like right out of the gate. And I was like, whoa, I'm like, because when you're very demanding and you really know what you care about, when people show up that exemplify that, you immediately start to connect and go like, that's exactly it, right? And then I'm like, oh, there must be some cool connection with Flu with these guys that like he's really into it for some reason, right? And that's part of the reason I love being on the show here right now, to learn more about that and hear about what people care about. And so immediately I just started jumping in and being like, hey, bloater punch, here's a bunch of spots and people that I can get you hooked up with to let them know about Dragon's Crossing, because I really think this game's going to be awesome. Just as a friend or whatever, like, that's what we do when we see things that we have opportunities for, right? Right. And now Grady and I are like on the team of Dragon's Crossing and I got here just from the aspect of caring and wanting to help people. And a lot of that was influenced by Flu in the way that you go about your business and how you try to connect people all the time. But it's this thing is I love gaming, and I love the fact that gaming can bring people together in an organic way of community where like it naturally attracts certain kinds of people that want to have fun, that want to connect, that want to like support Web3. It like is a natural beacon, right? You don't have to shill it. You don't have to go to people and tell people this is what you need. Plus, we've already had like so much fun with like things like DFK and stuff in the past. This is just a great opportunity, a crossroads or a galvanization where we have a team that I really think is amazing. Like I literally, they asked me for a quote, Grady, right? And Flu of like what I want on my profile for the team. I spent a week and a half writing 3 sentences because that's how much I cared about what I had to say about this team and why my messaging, Grady. You know, on my stream, on the streams, I come on, I might not talk a lot, but when I say things, it's very specific and thought out of like what I care about and the things I see of what is important. So, and that's part of me trying to elevate my game and become much better at my job as much as I can. But that though, and also the fact that the whole team is so impressive to me and I love them. So like, I want to do a great, fantastic job as much as I can. Like the pressure, I put the pressure on myself to really go out there and kick major butt. And also the other side of that is not only being very serious about the job, but also really being serious about fun and caring about people and having a good time. And when you really are just yourself and transparent, we can have laugh, have jokes. Everything can be out in the open. We're not guarding anything, right? Flu said he put his house on the internet, right? We're just like, we're out here and like, let's go together and learn and do this. And I felt that vibe from the team from the get-go. Plus I get to hang out with you guys. I was like, bro, if we get to be on streams with like Flu and Grady, like stop it already. Like this is ridiculous. Like really, like this morning I woke up and I'm like, I can't come on the show. I have to host a Twitter space for this other project. And I'm like doing both at the same time. Okay. To be fully transparent. All right. Yes. But I had to be here to support and also learn about what is going on with you guys and what you guys care about. And that people in the chats right now, regardless of how many people are here or who is here and people say stuff like, you know, oh, I want to do what you guys are doing. I'm like, bring it. Come on, get in here. Get freaking in here, man. Like, give me a hug. Let's talk about stuff. Let's have fun. And that is the element that I saw in Dragon's Crossing of that like camaraderie and that transparency of wanting to care about people. Like, dude, I have not seen that in a project like, because you can't fake that, bro. You cannot fake that. I have not seen that in a project like that before. I don't know, ever, maybe, like, to be totally honest. Right. So I literally have I made a freaking AI dragon to put behind me on my streams. Right. Right. And there's a crossing also there. So, when we care about stuff, and I learned this a lot from other people like Flu, we've put it out there. We like being like, hey, I'm out here, man. I put skin in the game. I do whatever. I'm like, before they brought me on the team, I was like, bro, like, I just like want to play the game. Like, I want to get all the heroes and stuff. So, that's the thing. Authenticity in a space is like fantastic. And so that's what I love about the team. I just had a meeting with, what was it, Baby Punch last night. And that was really great. So much fun.
You did.
Yeah.
You had a meeting with Baby. I've been catching up with him today, and I'm catching up with him after the stream.
Everybody in the team is fantastic. Like, it's just stupid. Okay. Like, stop it already. All right. That's where the point where I'm at right now.
Yeah, man. There's I fucking love Dragon's Crossing, right? And because the thing is that the whole experience is supposed to be live at the beginning. Like, that's the point.
Yes.
It was supposed to be done, and like, oh my god, I love the idea, right? And whenever we were initially like going back and forth and everything on like, what is this? What is it doing? What is it solving? And it was exactly that. It was, this is a whole game. It's done over time. You play it every day. And then as you play it every day, you get more and more experience. You build up your character more so and more so with these NFTs, with these items, with this armor and the weapons and everything. Mm-hmm. And then you do it again the next day. And then once you've completed the whole game, which should take like, I think they used to say like a month. I'm not sure what the communication is now, but like once you've beaten the whole game, you go back and you do it again, and you're better this time. And it's like the whole thing with that is that it's a full game experience day one.
Day
And
one.
That's like the one sentence. That's the elevator pitch, right? Is that it's a Web3 game. It's a full game experience on day one. The end, right? And so that's why I'm bullish on Dragon's Crossing. That's why I cannot fucking wait to play it. And I want a hoodie. I want a hoodie for Dragon's Crossing. Right now I have one for Oath, which is like Byte Masons. They're the partners that I use for Granary. But dude, like absolutely. I want Dragon's Crossing merch. I want to go live with like hero merch eventually. I think that it's a really cool system and I'm super excited about it.
I gotta tell you guys to piggyback off that. I love DFK and all these other games and stuff, but all the things about other games that aren't like kind of like completely aligned with me, where like I'm not having huge bags to dump into stuff or like a million heroes or whatever. And also I'm kind of starting from the beginning in a lot of these games because I'm just jumping into them. Dragon's Crossing is literally like an amazing entry point for me to start from zero, to play a full game, to learn about everything and just have fun, right? I just want that simple thing. And most games can't really deliver that. And, you know, and all the things about these specific kinds of games, I didn't play a lot of D&D stuff when I was younger, but I played a lot of RPGs and I love it. So like, I think it's really important for people to understand that like they might come at an angle at this of being like, well, what's the point of that's going to make this like different than other things, and what problem is it solving, and how is it going to be successful? And people are thinking of it as an investment or whatever. And I'm telling you, like, bro, like all the in-between stuff, the team and how quality they are, the game's going to be like, look at the game, it's going to be fun, whatever, all this different stuff. I'm like that, and you want to play the game. A lot of people come at me, they're like, Doug, I want to just invest liquidity pools. I'm like, dude, you can do that anywhere. Do you want to play a game and have fun or not? Like, let's go, right? So that's the thing about it that makes me really excited, is for me personally, my experience that I'm going to have with all the cool stuff, the voiceover acting, the audio, the ambiance, the atmosphere, the fact that I could die and like lose all my stuff. I want that feeling, and I don't have that in a Web3 game whatsoever.
I think this game's going to be addicting. I mean, that was like the aha moment I had the other night when we were on with Bloater Punch. I think it's going to be addicting. I'm talking with Baby Punch, working on getting me the demo of the game, the beta version, so I can show everybody the depths of how awesome it's going to be. Plus, on top of it, I bet Flu, you remember when they first came out with the daily leaderboard contest in DeFi Kingdoms. And that's when I aped into a whole bunch of heroes, and my whole day was revolving after I lost all my money, especially in Luna. My whole day was revolving around those contests, and went in, oh, cool, who was on the Mythic squad last night. He was always at the top, and I was always gunning for him. Man, it was so fun. That's just a tiny little aspect of how fun this game's going to be, I believe, because there's going to be contests and leaderboards in this game as well. And you're going to be having to be super strategic in every move you make throughout the game.
Yeah, I think that it's going to be really amazing. I'm really bullish on it. And as I said, it's all about the team. And it's like, we're not investing in products, we're not investing in technology. I mean, we are, just by virtue of being here. But in terms of like what you're actually doing every day in this space, never forget that you are investing in people. Right. And those people are the ones that are actually going to fulfill the promises. The tech is not going to fulfill the promise. The product is not going to fulfill the promise. The product is a result of those promises. And so whenever you're looking at the promise of something that you don't have yet, right? It's like, and I talk to people about this all the time in the Web2 world, that like, they ask me like what I do. And I try to explain it, and I badly explain it. And sometimes I explain it really well, and it doesn't fucking matter, because like, they're like, well, isn't that a Ponzi? Isn't that a scam? Isn't that this? Isn't that that? And I'm like, okay, so what's the last thing that you bought on Amazon? And then they tell me, and sometimes it's like really standard stuff. Sometimes like Tide Pods or some shit like that. But sometimes it's really like, it's really weird stuff. It's like, oh, well, I bought this thing for my shower head, but then it didn't work and I had to return it, and I've been waiting for this. Well, I'm like, okay, well, is that a scam? Like, is that a scam? Like, what do you define as a scam? If it's something that doesn't do what you want it to do, if it's something that you're not happy with, it has not fulfilled the promise, that has not fulfilled the marketing that it had, is that a scam? Right? And the answer is like, I don't know, fucking maybe, right?
That's the question: is what do you trust more, Dragon's Crossing or drop shipping on Amazon, bro? Let's do a poll.
Dragon's Crossing, 100%.
Let's do a poll. I'm doing a poll on Twitter right now. I go in the streets, baby. Let's do this. But that's the point, right? Like, do you trust people that put their heart and soul into a game and spend every second of their free time trying to provide something that they think that they're going to love, that their background of enjoyment and friendship and camaraderie that they've had, the punches and stuff, and they're bringing that to the world? Or do you want some dude that's drop shipping from China like that? Where do you want to put your time and energy, bro? That's what I'm talking about, right? Like, we gotta put this out there and make you like think about it. What are you doing with your time, energy, and your investment, right? That's what the genius of Web3 is, that we now have an opportunity to make those things align a little bit better and have fun with it.
I'm gonna drop some exclusive alpha in the chat only. I'm not gonna say this. I'm not gonna say this publicly or like in a spot where I can be said that I said it. I'm gonna put it in the chat, and I'm just gonna say to follow this one Twitter account, and y'all will be happy later whenever you have followed the Twitter account. I'm not going to talk about why. And don't give me any shit, chat, for doing this. Thank you.
Okay, so you're putting a Twitter link that we all need to follow. Is that right?
Yes. Y'all need to follow this. It's serious, but I can't talk about why because it's not out yet, and I'm not like it's an NDA thing, and but contrary to popular belief, I have never actually broken an NDA. Because most companies don't even have you sign them. Like, what the fuck? This one, I've signed a goddamn NDA, so I can't break it, right? So anyway, this is gonna be exciting, and this is going to involve Dragon's Crossing and DFK and Son, and in any other amount of games. As a matter of fact, if anyone has, and I'm gonna use this to follow up with this. If anyone has any close contacts with some really good game that they think is underrated, that they think is super cool, that they think is like the next big thing or whatever, I always want to hear about this. I have a reputation for being early, and I want to keep that reputation. So if you in the audience have a game that you think is underrated, tell me about it. Twitter, D Final Fantasy, DEFI. I can't spell the rest. DEFINALFANTASY.
Yep. It's, let's see, right here.
It should be in the link to this video, probably. So,
okay, it's right here. DE Final Fantasy, and it's in the description. All these links, by the way, sticks. All the links are in the description below. All these links to all these things. Okay, and right here, if you just come to Flu's Twitter, which is the very first thing in the Discord below, you can come right here to Granary Finance. You can come to Sandsound, Mind Games, and what's this? There's another one. Okay, let's not veer off too much. Okay,
yeah, no, we're good.
Wait,
but dude, I want to talk about the fact that Sandwich Punch is in the chat and nervous about the shit that we're gonna say.
He's anticipating.
So I like this.
So this guy Gatrino, you know this guy, Flu? This guy is like, I'm gonna pay this guy. He's gonna be like my sidekick here, keeping me straight. He is Mr. On the Ball. He's like the Sandwich Punch of Dragon's Crossing. He does all the AMA Medium articles. Ooh, baby. Yes.
Gatrino. What's Gatrino? Is Gatrino called Gatrino on Twitter? Let's go look. Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
He is like
the DeFi Mons and Dragon's Crossing. Oh, I just talked to Stitch the other day, Gatrino.
Oh my gosh.
And you're followed by Omega. Did Omega ever do anything? Like I love Sajin so much, but Sajin I think has been working on Dragon's Crossing for a long time. I think that might have stalled a little bit out on Omega. But Yeah, dude, I fucking love Sajin. Sajin is such a talented artist, and the stuff that they've done for Dragon's Crossing is just absolutely incredible, and I can't wait to see more.
So
Honestly.
Sajin is the artist.
Yeah, Sajin is the artist. It's like, let's see.
And whoever the hell did the music, it's like phenomenal. I'm just like, damn, this music.
Bro, when we do the game demos and all of a sudden the voices of God come in and you're just like, I'm like literally like have physical reactions to it. You know what I mean? Like, how dare they? How dare you do that to me and my nervous system, right? And I'm just like, am I going to die? Am I going to live? And then I watch Bloater Punch just like flee from battle over and over again. And I get real pumped.
I'm asking Sandwich Punch to please drop the Twitter of the musician as well.
Oh yeah, the musician, man. I follow all those guys.
Can I just say for a second, like if you're on Twitter and you're not following around the things that Flu does and jumping in his random Twitter spaces, like you're missing out on the Illuminati. That's all.
Dude, I was in a the 1,400 person Twitter space this morning on stage talking about grain. By the way, the site for that right now, we've got about a day left, is grain.sale. That's where you can actually ape into grain. Even if you don't give a shit about lending platforms, if you're bullish on DeFi at all, you can basically use that as like an index fund against DeFi. And so I see that our friend Grady has not aped in yet, so that's an issue.
So this is it right here. Is this where I come in?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's grain.sale. You can connect your wallet on whichever chain. We're actually live on all 7 chains that we're doing the LG on. We're not doing an LGE on Amazon. We instead did Polygon for that one. Even though we're not actually technically live on Polygon, we're going to be launching on ZK Sync pretty soon. Or sorry, not ZK Sync, but ZK EVM, I think is what Polygon is calling their ZK level 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no. So grain.sale, dude, not financial advice, but max vest. You get about 2.5 times your regular allocation, and make sure you use an NFT on whichever chain that has a discount. There's some cheap ones out there on every single chain that offer max 7% discount. And honestly, if anyone in this specific chat has no NFT with a 7% discount, contact me and I'll send you one. So,
oh, nice.
You don't even have to send it back. Fuck it. Usually they're like 30 or 40 bucks. I'll just give it to you. Fuck it. Anyway, yeah, man. I don't know. I'm bullish on everything that we've talked about today. I actually missed a meeting during this because I'm so invested in this discussion. So
really,
this is what we're about.
You got to go.
No, I told you I missed it. I'm done, right? Like, yeah, I'm 13 minutes late.
Grady, I literally am supposed to be hosting this Twitter space right now.
Well, you guys know that on the time warp, so you can't come on the channel unless you block out at least 5 hours, right?
Yeah, true.
Totally kidding.
It's the magic trick, though, baby.
Okay, so wait, I'm still looking for this link. There's so many chats. The chat is blowing up, man. I can't even catch up here. Okay.
Curious as to why you let it be every single message that comes in that pops up on screen. That's crazy. That's such an interesting decision because it's so far behind the actual.
I know.
Normally
chat. I'm not. Normally it's not.
Full transparency, bro. Just throw it up there. We got to figure out who these people are. Who really is Sandwich Punch? Is he Amazon dropship shipping behind the scenes? Is he?
I think that Amazon is, or sorry, I think that Sandwich Punch is secretly an Amazon driver, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Here's the deal. You got a private, for some reason, YouTube doesn't let other people share a link.
Oh, okay. Well,
so you can private chat it. Do you see it there in the comments below that is private chat? You can send it to me.
Jabari Akua. Okay. Jabari Akua. I'm probably butchering that.
Okay.
Jabari Akua.
That's the magic of Web3, though, guys, is that like we just show who we are. Like I'm literally the people on this space later watch this on YouTube and be like, whoa, I can't believe Doug hosted that Twitter space I was in and also did the show. And they'll think it's amazing. In Web2, they would be like, you're fired. In Web3, they're like, look how you're a fucking magician. Like, how the fuck did you pull this off, bro?
Oh yeah, and also this is an interesting topic. I want to know how both of you feel about this because someone brought it up in the chat and it's a really good one. That is really interesting. Should the team of a game be allowed to play the game? And this was something that was an issue during DFK. I was actually super heavily invested before I technically joined the team. I bought at 5 cents before I joined the team, and then I bought at 13 cents after I joined the team, and I bought at 23 cents after I joined the team, and so on and so forth, right?
Yeah.
And people were bitching all the time, like Flu shows off his bags, Flu showed his locked jewel in a fucking stream, and well, I'm like, I'm just playing the fucking game, guys. Like, if you don't like the fact that I'm playing the game, fuck off. I was playing the game before you, right? Like, but here's the question: with it being a live game that like really counts on the mystery,
right?
Should the team play the game? And that's what Sandwich has actually decided to do. Is like no one plays the game. None of the team are going to be playing the game,
right?
And so that's it. I'm torn on it. So I want to hear both of y'all's opinion.
Can I go first, Grady? Can I go first?
Go.
Okay, so me and Grady are on the team, and we talk about this a lot because there might be a section where we're like, we don't get any of the alpha because right up until now, where we're like more community members, and we only get like knowledge of what the community pretty much knows or told like, hey, go do your job or whatever, right? Because we can then play the game with you and be a representative of the community and be like, hey, this is what we're thinking. This is what we're seeing. Plus, I love to drive excitement. I want to be like the best player. I want to have the best things, but coming from like who I am and my drive and my participation, not necessarily like, oh, I have the big bags or something. That's not going to happen. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really fun. I want to be the leader to say like, follow me. Let's go do this quest. Let's go do this thing. And like, we joke about like me and Grady are never going to be like near the top like players because there's so many good players out there. We'll be like, probably aiming for like top 30% or something if we're lucky. But I always throw out the guys that I'm the best. Like, I'm going to beat you. I bet I had to buy Kyle a hamburger because he beat my butt in Undead Blocks the other day. Right. But I challenged him. I want to throw down the challenge and be like, Flu, who's going to do the best at this? Like, it's just fun to have that camaraderie and challenge, right? And to be doing it together and have risk involved in whatever, right? So, for me personally, I really want to play the game and be competitive and figure out whatever people are comfortable with. But like, we're very transparent. We're just like, this is what we're doing. This is who we are. No one's trying to like pull the wool over your eyes. And so there's that element of like, how much do we get to know about the game and how much can we do that? So for me personally, the core team has decided not to play the game. Yeah. In my head, that's really cool and amazing because they're trying to be like on up and ups. But at the same time, I'm just like, everyone wants to play the game, right? They really like playing the game is the whole thing. So like, so Sandwich Punch says that me and Grady are definitely playing the game. That's what Sandwich Punch just said, right?
Yes.
But like, and that's the thing is that like, there's a way we, where we can do that. Where like, we don't have the insider alpha, whatever. Because my alpha is like, I just want to play, bro. I just want to play. I want to have fun and play the game and help the community along and have fun. You guys know, like, I'm all about the community. Whatever projects I'm in. When you see, if I'm going to be a closed door meeting with the founders, I'm like yelling at them, like, do this better. What the heck is this? Right? Like, come on, let's go, man. Like, we can get. I'm like, let me help you. I will do this. Let's go. So that's the element of what we want to have going on in this. And that's, we talk about that a lot, right? It's a really good, I love talking about challenging topics like this and putting it out there in the public. So that's my thought on it. And like, I want everyone to be able to play, but there's all those elements, I guess, involved.
Yes. So
they actually said in the chat, Sandwich said in the chat that like you guys can play.
Right.
I'll be playing. I don't have any inside knowledge as to the game logic. So and I'm gonna be playing. I'm gonna limit myself, right? I'm not gonna ape in heavy. I'm not gonna be speculative about my investment. As a seed investor, I get one of the early heroes, and I'm going to keep that hero and I'm play with that hero. And like I'll probably do it live on this stream, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'll be doing is that I'll be playing at a limited amount. I'm not going to try to whale. I'm not going to try to like do any of that stuff. Yeah. I'm going to try to keep my whale investments into like chips on Ethereum and some other stuff. So that's really going to be my strategy. I'm really trying to like and this is just like a public service announcement, I guess, that I'm doing on your stream. Sorry about that, Grady. But like, I really like, I'm invested into a lot of things. I'm working for a lot of people. I have financial interest in a lot of places, and I have no fucking money, right? So like, I just want people to be aware that like I'm always going to try to be honest about every single thing that I've done, every single thing that I've invested in. And so if you ever have a question, if you ever have a concern, just contact me. But I will be playing Dragon's Crossing, even though I'm invested in it, and I'll just be playing it at a very limited level. I'm not going to be doing a lot of speculative stuff on it.
Right.
But yeah, man, and also just shout out, because I think that someone's going to be joining soon, a special guest in the chat. Let me see. Someone, if you're here, person from name tag, speak up in the chat. Let's see if it happens. But anyway, yeah, man, I don't know what class are you gonna play?
So let me real quick.
Grady has to answer the question. Grady, before you say that though, I see you people saying I'll get destroyed by a chonker and you're gonna beat me in the ladder, and I'm making a tweet about it right now. We're gonna have a poll.
So here's
I'm on Grady. I'm Team Grady all the way.
Hey, it's on, baby. It's on. So I 100% respect the team. It's like their ethos. So you can really tell Baby Punch has like this conviction. Okay. He just doesn't want to give any appearance of the team doing anything shady. He wants to be as transparent as humanly possible. And you have to respect that. I love it. At the same time, I respect DeFi Kingdoms. Okay. Because they're going for like a decentralized approach, and the team is only making money in USDC. And if I actually want them playing the game, right? So, and being invested in there and knowing, so that way they know when things are a pain in the ass and they got to deal with the same damn things I do with MetaMask issues and API issues and whatever. So I respect both. And so for me, I'm probably mostly only going to be playing this game only when I'm live. Everyone's going to know my wallet. It's going to say Crypto Grady. I'm not going to have other wallets that don't say Crypto Grady. If I do have multiple wallets, which I probably don't think I will. And so, and I'm just going to be playing live.
That was definitely said like someone who was going to have multiple wallets, by the way. I just want you to know that. Just like on a personal note, it very much seemed like you were going to have a lot of multiple wallets right then. Just like, yeah, Doug, what do you think? Did that sound like
this is the thing? I love that you bring this up, Flu, because you're so great at this. You're rallying everyone against me now, which is great. But then you're so honest. You bring up the fact that Grady is going to have 40,000 heroes.
Yeah, like he's going to have like a shit ton of heroes. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, and I'm making this poll right now so people can vote. Like, I always throw myself under the bus so you can run over me if you want. But after the bus runs over me, I get back up and my fur coat's totally fine. And I'm like, actually, by the way, I might have one hero and still defeat you. So
let's go. No,
take that.
When I actually say I probably won't have multiple wallets, I actually mean that I probably won't have
16,000 wallets.
Yeah, you're gonna have a shit ton of wallets, 100%. No, we get it. It's fine.
Hey, I love it. So with DFK, I've got 7, and they say Crypto Grady. Everybody knows.
Please, Grady, put this tweet in the chat so we can finally decide whether Doug is gonna get like eaten by a chonker or dominate in Dragon's Crossing.
Let's go.
You're only gonna know if you're here right now. Okay?
I'm the only vote so far, and I said yes. What a chode.
Let's go. Okay.
Also, I do want to actually address the person that joined us, which is John from Name Tag. He does run the Name Tag Twitter account, which has like 40,000. And my question to Name Tag, John, live right now, is: are we going to have a badge for Dragon's Crossing NFT holders? Like that's my question. And when are you going to support networks other than ETH? Because we got Arbitrum, we got Optimism, we got DFKchain, we have all of these other chains that are going to have a lot of really, really, really great games on it, and a great community of NFT holders and people that are active and in this. And these are the people that you need to be going after, Name Tag, is that these people that are actually playing the fucking games, and you can't do that on Ethereum. You cannot do that on Ethereum. It does not happen. We can't afford the gas on Ethereum. It's not reasonable. And so having name tag work on other things, being able to build these social communities like what you guys are wanting to do. All right, see, look at that. We support Arbitrum and Polygon and Sol. So Solana and A-Star. That's fucking random, but awesome. Sony, I'm sure, loves you for that. But yeah, no, like it's really great. So hopefully, depending on whichever network that Dragon's Crossing is launching on, which is not public, I don't think, unless Sandwich wanted to leak some shit in the chat.
I don't even know, but I think they made their decision. They haven't announced it yet, though.
I actually do know. Where it is because I'm in the group chat because I introduced them to that chain. But it's fine. I'm not going to leak it.
Okay.
Oh, this is alpha, guys. Just so you know, Flu did a lot of things, and also, if you're playing this game, he's a really good target to try to beat on the leaderboard. But like, I'm not trying to divert from myself. Okay. Not public. Please no, not public. Sandwich. Also, Sandwich. Did you see in the chat here that Sticks Intern is going to steal your name in Dragon's Crossing? Just FYI. So you probably, sorry if you're not playing the game.
I love it, guys. Flu, I'm loving this. So my biggest driver is the golden rule. I'm governed, and I believe all things should be governed by the golden rule. Doing unto others as you would have them do unto you. And that is the key to success in life, in business. It's how you make real money. You can go be a shady scammer all day long and do stupid, shady SHIT all day long. It's going to come back and bite you. Just like the Wolf of Wall Street. What did he end up with? He made a lot of money. He was on yachts. He had his own yachts. He had women. He had it all. What did he have at the end? He had nothing. He lost everything. He lost all his money. He lost his fancy cars, and he lost his woman, and he was in jail. That's how it works. Karma comes and bites you. Versus if you have strong ethos, you actually follow the golden rule, you'll end up like someone like CZ. Now, I don't know.
Wait, I actually follow the Wolf of Wall Street's model. So, but that's a different conversation. Okay.
You only follow the Wolf of Wall Street motto for like the look, dude. That's it. You only follow that. Like, we got people in the Discord for Granary talking about my fit, right? And we've had like a couple of people in the chat talking about it, but it's absolutely like it's just this is basic, right? You have that real fit. Grady has that real fit, a little bit shilly, but like still, it's like, well, I say that and I have like two different brands on.
That's the blue move. He like points. He's like, you are doing it, not me.
A little bit shilly. That's all right.
It might come off as shilly because there's so few projects that I can really get behind. But when I do get behind something and believe in something, because usually everything everywhere always sucks all the time. So when you do actually find something that's awesome and people that are legit, hard work ethic, and they are servants to the space, okay, and whatever it is they're doing, I'll announce it from the rooftops.
Okay,
that's just how I'm wired.
Brady, I gotta have a contest right now.
Let's go.
Tweet that we put out with that poll, there's no comments on it except for like one, but Six Intern. I want you guys to go to comment on that and tell me how I'm gonna die. And the person that wins, that has the best answer of how I'm gonna die, we'll do something cool. Maybe we'll bring you on the stream.
We'll do the whitelist giveaway. That's the whitelist giveaway. Come to this.
Why are we even doing a whitelist giveaway? Everyone in the fucking comments needs to be whitelisted. Every single one of them.
Hey, by the way, I've got some for you, Flu. I'll be your point man for that to give away if you want.
What am I giving away?
If you want, I'll give you some for yourself and to give away.
I think that Sandwich is going to give me some as well. How many are you going to give me?
They want us to take the load off their shoulders and handle that stuff for you guys. And so
what's the mint size?
The whitelist mint, there's 300 slots available, but there's
and there's going to be 2,500. There's going to be 2,500,
2,800, but there's going to be 600 whitelist given away in case some people don't show up.
Yeah, but 300 actually go. But if you're part of the other 300, that didn't get the initial mint, you'll potentially have benefit to get still possibly get it.
I'll tell you what it is right now because I'm the smartest person on Dragon's Crossing, right? So what's going to happen is there's a whitelist, and we're giving out 600 whitelists, right? Spots. There's only 300 slots available to actually get one. If you miss and you don't get one of the 300 whitelist spots, you're going to get a special section where you can still mint at the regular price before other people come in to make sure you can actually get a spot and like people don't come and swipe them all and then you're lost with nothing, right? So you are guaranteed an opportunity to get one for sure if you're whitelisted. But if you have to get in the first 300 to get the whitelist right.
I personally, and this is just my opinion, and I'm always going to say my opinion, so I apologize, Sandwich Punch, in advance. Sandwich, I think that you should expand the whitelist pretty significantly. And the reason that I'm saying that is because of the difficulty that we've seen in a lot of legitimate projects minting out, is that like we really need to have a lot of buying pressure like day one. And I think it's going to be possible given y'all's chain choice, which is fire, by the way. But I really think that like giving as many early adopters a chance to be those people that actually that are the ones to mint. I think this is now
awesome. A think tank. This is now a think tank.
I think that the whitelist system is fucking broken. I think that the whitelist system is so goddamn broken. I think that you should be able to just pay for a guaranteed mint and then it gets sent to you, right? But it's not actually live yet. And I think that there's a lot of opportunity here to allow for people to just put their fucking money down, put their conviction into it. Give us the fucking ETH if you're serious, and then we'll reserve that spot for you, period. And like this is so fucking important because I have so many people that like I have so many people that I'm aware of that like have the money for something, but then like they were just botted or they were fucked up or whatever. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's the amount of people that are legitimately interested in a project and already put the money down. Let them put the money down. Baby, that money, and let's give that person that asset, and let's get them in at that initial price and make sure that they're actually taken care of.
Baby,
whitelist baby.
We have had like 10 people just crying out, "I want a whitelist spot in this chat."
What they've done so far with how it's set up, people are freaking out over getting possible whitelists. So I'm gonna say right now, the team and how you guys set all this up is fucking genius. Like people are like selling their children to get a whitelist spot. They're like, who do I got to bribe? What do I got to do? Whatever. But when it comes to actual mint day, Flu, you're right. Like the how it's all set up is difficult, and we have to make sure that we have like the things driving forward, right? And because often interest can wane when you're not getting the spot, the whitelist spot, whatever. But you're right, because I'm part of lots of mints, okay? A lot. And I watch it all. And I try to give advice to founders, and they usually just say, shut up, go sit in your spot and just put on your dunce hat. And I'm all like, all right, we're fighting. Let's go. And
so like there's, and you said you're part of a lot of mints, right? And there's like some people in here that are like oversimplifies the problem of the approach that you described. Yes, true, but there's a lot of ways to account for that. Like the people in here in the chat that are like here every day, that are like known to others, that are everything. Like we have a social verification system here that we can expand into like a contract version of this. I'm not saying that this is like something that we could do for the Dragon's Crossing whitelist, for example. I'm saying that overall, this is something that we need as an ecosystem, like a socially verifiable, like this person is going to be here, this person is going to stick around, this person is a legit one person, they're not like three wallets acting as one sort of stuff. This is something that is a larger issue in the ecosystem. I'm not shitting on Dragon's Crossing for that. I'm saying that yes, absolutely, Dragon's Crossing needs to have FOMO into the whitelist and have that over allocation socially, which is really what it is. It's not an over allocation of the whitelist, it's an over allocation socially of like people wanting to be on the whitelist, which is a very, very valid thing. But yeah, so like
also,
yeah,
no one's responding to my tweet, Flu. You get in the comments. It's supposed to be a whitelist giveaway.
Right there in that tweet, I posted it.
How am I gonna die? I literally have a dragon breathing over my head right now. Dragon's Crossing, like ready to eat my fucking soul. Okay, like I'm out there, Flu. I'm gonna be adventuring hard. I'm gonna be like, where is the biggest chonker that I can strike down with my damn sword? Okay, I want the biggest goddamn chonker. Okay, sorry to interrupt you, Flu.
No.
So
it's good.
The chonker that he's referring to was discussed yesterday on the AMA. The town hall was awesome. Tons of alpha. I listened to parts of it 20 times today.
I love chonkers. Grady, you need to understand. When I entered Web3, I entered in looking like this. I was in Web2. I was looking something like a regular person, like the old Web2 Doug. I entered Web3 and morphed into this. And I met Flu. And the man was like literally didn't even breathe. He was just like connections, help this person do this, hang out, drink champagne with Doug. Now I got to play DeFi Kingdoms like a fucking DeFi machine. Okay. And I was like, that's how you fucking do it. All right. So people that are here right now, get on that tweet and respond, interact, do things. Okay. The more you interact and do things, the more I'm going to be in your face being like, let's get on the stream. Let's do stuff together. Let's be bros. Let's drink. Let's pour champagne in each other's mouth. Do you need me to drop links of us drinking champagne in the freaking VIP room? All right. Because I will.
In the VIP room. That's what Doug's all about with his fur coat.
I'm doing it right now. Sorry. We're gonna drop links.
I don't even think that Doug was at my table at the Deadmau5 concert. Were you?
Yeah, that's when you were introducing me to all the people and stuff.
Yeah,
and like
okay.
Everyone's like, I'll put the video up right now, bro.
So you got to meet the person from Bank of America. You got to meet the person from Binance. You got to meet the person from Coinbase. You got to meet the dude. If anyone is ever curious if someone is a legit, and I don't mean like me, I mean like anyone. I mean like if you're doing research on a project on founders, right? Go look at who follows them.
Ooh.
And this is a legitimate like pro tip, right? And it's also helpful to follow a few scammers, because if you see that those scammers follow those new people, those people that you're unsure about, fucking red flag immediately.
Okay.
And so like I actually personally, I'm working, and I wouldn't say I'm working with them, but I'm helping them. Which is something I do a lot. I'm just doing it for free at this point. But it's like an AI assisted tool for like social verification of like not only founders but like projects and things like that, where they look for like the following network and the following and follower network. And so they do this through AI, and they actually like go through it, and they're like, okay, well, this is a red flag, this is a red flag, and they give them like a trust score sort of thing. I'm very excited about that. Can't wait for that. But it's something that like right now you very much have to do manually. So something that I would recommend to a lot of people is just look at who's following them. I got I got a dev that approached me a couple days ago and had no idea who they were. They were using a really cool PFP actually from a very legitimate project, very small project, floor price of like 0.01, but they were cool. They were cool, and they were still in a cool idea. They were talking to me about a cool idea, and I was a little unsure if I wanted to engage with them. They had sent me a link. They had sent me a testnet link. They had sent me a testnet faucet link for Polygon. They're like, "Hey, come try this out on Mumbai," blah blah. And I didn't know what to do with it, and so I went through and I looked at their followers and following, and their followers included like people like the CEO of a certain company, and like this dude that I know has contracts with Binance, and this dude that I know that has contracts with CoinDesk, and this dude that I know. And I was like, oh, holy shit, maybe I should pay a little bit more attention to this person. All right, man, I'll book a meeting. That's fine. And it turned into a really great thing. And I think that that's a really great way to do that.
I love it. So
okay, I posted the link, Grady. Please repost the link for me and Flu hanging out. Physical, literal video evidence. I literally have I'm handing people my camera and be like, film me and Flu hanging out, right? Or whatever. Because when this is the thing, when you have the opportunity to meet people and do things, you got to take advantage of it. You got to be like, who are you? What do you do? Like, let's be buddies. Let me buy you a beer, right? And I see that camaraderie in the chat right now. People are like excited. They're like, I voted in the poll. I get a whitelist entry into the contest. And I'm like, no, you don't. Comment on the poll. Be a DGen. Try it, right? Try to be a DGen, bro.
Yeah, how are we going to decide the whitelist winner?
We can look at the comments and decide which is the best one.
We can do a Twitter picker. We can do a Twitter picker for the comments.
We could. Or we could have Flu decide which he thinks is the best way for me to die.
No, I'm okay. All right.
Or
Cool.
Grady.
If that's good, if that's showing. There's not enough comments on this, honestly.
That's what I'm saying. No one's commenting. I mean, they're enthralled with you guys. They're excited. They're like paying attention to you guys and seeing how cool you are.
There's actually some. I don't know if you're clicking on the show more replies button. There's quite a few.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna read some of these out, like right. So I'm gonna read some of these out, and I'm gonna go by like engagement on like how we feel on this. Let me open this up into a new tab so that I can see y'all's beautiful faces.
Yes.
Hello world.
Hello world.
Let's give some shine to Hello World.
All right, so get on this and tell me how I'll die. Your keyboard will die, and a chonker is going to eat you. There's the one of the person Sparta kicking the other dude into a pit. All I gotta say is, and then is that the headstone emoji? Brown Gent, you're not even trying. You're from the team. You're afraid of this one. Kong is on the wrestling meme.
I want to see the Dragons. I'm sorry, I just made it a Freudian slip. I want the Dragons Crossing team. I need you in there, Brown Gent. I see comments.
Brown Gent, you're the only one who's commented. Something that's always mystified me. Side note for DeFi teams is that they think that like they don't have to retweet each other. It's crazy. Sticks intern, specifically me. I am the chonker. So he thinks that he's gonna kill you.
Sticks, man.
I respect the grind. Sticks intern.
Sword to the booty.
And then he will take it on just for the content. Not really sure how that counts in.
Killer.
300.
That's like my favorite movie.
I don't know. I think I do a backflip at that point, and I would like flip to the other side when he kicked me. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, I have a fur coat, bro. I would just float in the air. Ooh, Ultimate Warrior. That is similar. That's similar to my energy a little bit. I got a little bit of that.
You know, I really like this one. Sir Worm DFK. I don't know who this is. They follow me, but I don't follow them. I'm going to follow them now. For this reason. Doug's hero is going to fall into the fire going to camp.
Right.
I like
and my fur coat's ablaze in the fire.
Yeah, no, I really like this one. And it reminds me of that one Discord game that most of us used to play, that one battle game, and it's like you died from eating poison berries or whatever.
Yeah, dysentery.
Yeah. That's
like
exactly.
Oregon Trail style, right?
Yeah.
The OG.
Oh, dude, that actually would have been hilarious if anyone would have commented Doug died from dysentery.
Yeah.
That would have been an easy one. Honestly, I have to give it to Sir Worm DFK.
Oh, baby. You picked a dude with a heart of gold. Sir Worm. Awesome. Sir Worm.
It's short and to the point, right? Like, it's funny. It's funny, short and to the point.
Uh-huh. All right. Let's pick one more. What's the second best? Let's give two away.
Let's refresh because Junior apparently commented. Yeah. I feel like if I pick Junior, I'm like biased. Oh, Fallout Zone said he will get frightened and unplugged to PC. RIP. So he's literally saying you're not even gonna rage quit, you're gonna fear quit, which is pretty great.
Well, to be honest, I've seen Bloater Punch flee from battle like 10 times in a row, and it wasn't a demo, but he just loves fleeing. So like rage quitting would just be like, it's like flee quitting, right? Like all I do is flee. I flee all the way back to town, and I just quit. I just can't psychologically handle it at all.
I really like this one from Sticks. This is a top contender right now. This one and Vita G actually are both top contenders. These are both. Vita G is really recent. It says Homie is going to do a Nick Cage like sunglass flick after killing what is actually a whelp. Mama Chonker is then going to swoop down, pick you up in their talons, and then drop you from hundreds of feet in the air. That's good. I like it.
That's a good one.
Good storytelling.
Sticks, though, says Doug Hype will slip on some mud, shoot an arrow straight up in the air that then falls and pierced his heart within the first 5 minutes.
That's a good one. That's a good one. My shoes are pretty slippery in the mud.
I like that one. That one's literally, that's the top one right now.
As you scrolled through, I remember that one being really good.
Yeah, Sticks is good. And then I don't know what Kira's doing on there. Oh wait, shit. Did I go to the wrong? No.
You got to follow this guy's YouTube. But I thought this comment right here, specifically me, I'm the chonker.
That's pretty good. Also,
that's almost like a winner.
The poll results right now is like 84.6% saying I will die. But yes, would have showed. And then we have 26 votes. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm going to retweet it again. Make sure you guys retweet this stuff. You know, this is good content. It's fun. I'm dying.
Yep. Let's go. Okay. So Sir Worm is a winner.
Yeah. Sir Worm is a winner. And so far I'm really liking Sticks, but I'm expanding all the replies here just to make sure I'm not missing any.
Right. We don't want to miss any replies here in the Twitters.
Chonker mistakes fur coat for prey. Okay, I did. All right, so this one's new. This one says, why did the Chonker refuse to go on a diet? Because he was already a perfect 10. And then another one, I had already read this one earlier, but Chonker missed seeing you after fighting mages, went to sit down on the throne, but you were there with your fur coat thinking you were king. He sat on you and squashed you. So yes, dead by being squashed on a throne, fur coat, so comfy for Chonker.
I got to say, Sandwich Punch has the least creative response. It said arrow to the knee. So is there a way for us to like do the opposite of a whitelist for him?
We blacklist from the mint? Yeah.
Yeah.
Except the team doesn't get any whitelists.
No, they don't, but we can still penalize him somehow.
Yeah,
like Sandwich Punch. You're penalized. You need a can he start the game like in like a cage somewhere? Like in Willow, where we just walk by him and see him in the cage in the game and we just throw like tomatoes at him?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
I think so. Oh man, I've one of my favorite things about AI recently has been this AI art generation. I'm in a Sappy Seals chat, and all that's happening is that people are getting their Sappy Seals made into anime waifus. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this has been my last day, is just people having like anime waifus made of the thing. Yeah, man. I don't know. Let's see how the everything else is going. I'm going over to grain sale. I'm gonna see what that's updated at. I'm really excited about this.
Okay.
5,090,033 USDC.
That's like more than a few bucks.
That is a couple dollars, yes, sir. Dude, I'm so excited about that. I'm so happy about it.
You also waited a long time to even mention that, Flu. Good. I mean, that's a big alpha.
It's a big number, you know.
Yeah.
It's a big number. I'm actually putting a PR into a certain publication right now, so we'll see how that goes too.
Okay. You know what? I think Sticks already won. Didn't Sticks win? Sticks intern won the other day, didn't he?
Go with Sticks. Let's go with Sticks.
Sticks and then Sticks intern, but he's also Crypto Grady's intern. He's Doug Hype's intern.
Oh,
he's Six Squad's intern too.
Oh, that's the Six intern. Yeah. He's a really good intern.
He's like, dude, he'll become your intern too.
Yeah, he can relay messages. But I'll say, like, can you tell Flu to pick up my coffee for me and stuff like that? You know, like those kind of things.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Oh yeah, shared it already. All right.
Sticks is not me, FYI. So he's not Sticks. He's Sticks intern.
Sandwich is banned from playing.
He's banned from playing. If you can't appreciate the Skyrim reference, I guess I need to reconsider my well, look, you have to guys have to understand. I only played Skyrim for probably like 4 hours. Okay, that's my playtime. All right.
Yes. Okay, so I like Fallout Zone's comment. I like Vita G's. right here. Baby.
I like Vita G, and I like Sticks though. I really do like Sticks. I think Sticks was quality.
Sticks he is like an absolute freaking comedian. So I just did a video with him the other day, and we got 50 subscribers. He had 0 subscribers on his YouTube channel. We got it right up to 50, just about, I think.
It's not even okay. So Sandwich is offended that we don't like the arrow to the knee. It's just basic, bro. If you can't admit that you're basic, that just makes you more basic.
It's a reference to Skyrim, but it's basic. It's basic. We need to be more based, guys. Please, Sandwich, we need more based.
Yes. So Vita G.
I'll have to say this. Okay, so Flu, here's a fun thing for you. Remember Chad Vader, right? The show Chad Vader.
Yeah.
We were on actually a YouTube show like this where you were like, Doug, wait, you were the Chad Vader guy? And I was like an assistant director producer. Now, they do shows all the time on YouTube, and they do live ones. They do all these characters. And one Halloween, they're like doing like predictions of how you would die. And you had to pay for it, though. And I jump on YouTube, and they're like, Doug's here. Okay, we're going to figure out how you die. And he said, I was going to die in a hot air balloon car accident where, like, you know, the hot air balloon's like landing and the car hits it. And I swear to God, I nearly was in an accident like that before. Like, Aaron from like Chad Vader literally like somehow was like looked into my brain and knew that I almost died of a hot air balloon accident. But anyways, that is how I died according to Chad Vader.
I know it's 2 different people. I always call Sticks intern Sticks for short. I just met Sticks for the first time last night. You guys are killing me. Okay. I also like this hello world comment. What do you guys think here? And I like Pacheco. What do we do?
I'm actually I'm like the Vita G's comment is growing on me.
Which one is that? Go to that comment, please. Let's review.
All right. Homie is going to do a Nick Cage like sunglass flick after killing what is actually a whelp. Mama Chunker is then going to swoop down, pick you up in their talons, and then drop you from hundreds of feet in the air.
It's very cinematic.
It's creative. It's cinematic. It's exactly that. It's also like that bad video that you did.
I could like die, but then kind of not die. Like I land in mud and everyone thinks I'm dead. And later on, you just see me as a weary traveler, like going like, you know, down the road. It's very cinematic.
I'm loving this, guys. I mean,
this is the kind of creativity we want, though, right? This is what sparks fun and also inspiration, right? So the next thing you know, you might be in Dragon's Crossing and you see me just like falling from the sky out of the chunkers. I mean, who knows? Or on fire somewhere in the pit, in the fire pit.
I think Sticks intern already won one, right?
If you've already won a whitelist spot, I think you can only get one, right? Is that the thing?
No, it's just that you can only get one in the initial mint, I think.
Right.
And then possibly you'll get one again. Okay. Okay, Vita G, baby. I'm going to call it Vita G's the other winner. But let me tell you guys, listen, Fallout Zone, I liked you. Hey, Fallout Zone.
All right.
You hang in there. We're going to get you one. Also, Hello World. I loved it.
I was a big fan of Sticks as well.
Yes. Oh, just regular Sticks? I didn't see his comment in here. Oh.
That's the arrow straight up in the air.
Yeah, the arrow straight up in the air. I was a big fan of that. I was a big fan of that. That was actually.
It is a really good one. It's funny. It's fitting to my personality. Where
I don't know. Can we give out 3? Can we do Sticks?
Yeah, let's do 3.
Yeah, okay, fuck it. All right, Sticks, Vita G, and the original one. Like who was that?
The original one was Sir Worm, baby.
Yeah, Worm.
Okay.
Here, let me write this down. Sir Worm.
We're gonna call him regular Sticks because I always call Sticks intern Sticks.
Yeah. So who are the 3 again? Sir Worm, Sticks, and who else?
And Vita G. So Vita G, you need to figure out how to hit me up on my Discord, Twitter. Follow me on Twitter and message me on Twitter.
This is the thing that's great about this is because and Flu is you're great with this, like rewarding people for being creative and participating. This is the thing, this is the key to like social media, all this stuff, whatever life. Be vulnerable, put yourself out there, do something, be creative, have fun, and then you'll also learn how to do it better that way. And you'll like that's the whole reason that we wanted to reward the comments, to learn more about your personality, who you are, more engagement. This is the kind of thing that we've been shouting from the rooftops for, and more and more of this, it becomes so much fun.
Dude, it's a lot of this sort of stuff. So I just looked at everyone who had followed me today, right? And during the stream, I did the same thing earlier, but I was a little bit more cautious earlier. During the big space. So like 45 people followed me during that space. 10 people followed me during the stream. I followed everybody back from the stream. Like if you followed me during the stream, you got followed back. Like period.
Yep.
Right. And just like making sure that we're looking at engagement, and the people that are earnestly here to be here, those are the people that we need to reward 100%.
I'm following everyone right now. I'm doing it, Flu. That's great. Thanks for reminding me for that. And boom, all the people that followed me in the stream right now. Boom. Look at this. Awesome. I just followed Luke Eth Walker.
Yes. Luke, baby. Which he did disclose his true identity the other day on my stream. And he said it would be the only time he ever shares it. Luke Eth Walker is Sticks intern, baby.
And that's the thing is, like, you guys, this is Web3, man. The people that show up. When I started off, like, jumping into Web3, I went into Twitter Spaces, and when Flu would pop one up, there'd be, like, 7 people in there, maybe more. But those people led to all kinds of stuff. Like those are the people that show up because they pay attention. They know what's going on. It's not that they're there to get engagement or clout or whatever weird things that people are getting, like, you know, people like me do. But like those are the people that are actually doing stuff and building and trying to build relationships. And regardless of how many followers you have or how much experience you have or what you think about anything, I'll tell you one thing. My whole life is spent as a filmmaker, photographer, and people have judge themselves on what they think other people think about them, right? Like other people's viewpoints of yourself. And I'm telling you right now, it's impossible for you to actually understand how other people perceive you. It's absolutely impossible. And I tell you this for a fact because as a photographer, I've worked with some of the top photographers in the world. You can go on my YouTube. There's a link right there. You can see I've worked with Peter Hurley, the top headshot photographer that's ever lived on this planet, right? Super celebrity dude. And he'll tell you the same thing. He'll take pictures of supermodels, and all of them think that they look ugly. They all have these weird problems with how they all have this thing of like they've been conditioned a certain way in life. The people that are free and detached from that and just be themselves and come out here and be vulnerable and have fun. There's so many people that actually do that in this space in Web3, video games, all this stuff that you might file under like nerdy stuff. It's amazing and great. And that's why that show Chad Vader that we did was so special, because those were all D&D nerd dudes. They're all improv actors, and they're fantastic geniuses. And now they work for LucasArts, The Tonight Show and stuff, because we did that show together, and they showed the world their personality, who they were, the fun that they had. It was amazing, right? And then when I went to Hollywood felt really slimy and weird because it was not that. It was not people being themselves and being vulnerable and sharing with the world so much. I mean, that does exist, but it was mostly people trying to just do like reality TV and like make money, right? So you guys are awesome here, and all this interaction on the Twitter is amazing and great. And this is just the beginning, man. Like, we are just getting started doing this stuff.
Yes. I love it. I love you guys. I guess we should wrap it up. We're going on 2 hours now. What do you guys think?
I mean, we gotta keep it accessible.
Yes.
So we gotta do this. There's more chance for people to watch. Now, obviously, the first hour I think was more jam-packed, but yeah, the second was fun, and the second was more focused around the giveaway.
Yeah,
and I think that most of it you should just like tag it. You should like just bullet it out and thing. I don't know. I'm gonna be frank with you. I've never actually looked at how you handle your notation after your content goes live, but I'll have to look at that.
Take a look. I'll take feedback. I'm a complete mental basket case head case. So thank God we got Crypto Kong right here, who just happened to be highlighted. he took it upon himself to set a calendar for me so I can follow a schedule. Ooh. So like your stream was on the calendar today, baby. So I've got like 15 more lined up. I love it. We've got people like the Gym Hunters coming on, I think on Monday. Tomorrow, I've got ChainID and Altfather coming on. These are some big guys like the Gym Hunters. I want to say like 76,000 Twitter followers coming on, baby. I love these guys. They're tied in with the Weight token in the next Crypto Gym TV show coming soon. So lots of good stuff happening. Sir Worm, I'm so glad you won. Man, I can't wait. I hope all of you guys that commented on that win. Richard, love this guy. Any last words? Flu, we got the Granary. This thing ends in one day.
Yep. We got Granary. We got Son. We got a lot, man. Son is undervalued. Go buy it on OpenSea. This is not investment or financial advice. It's just life advice.
You guys just had an event the other night too.
I mean, we had a huge fucking concert, and we have actual physical hardware. We've built unique physical hardware. You can't buy it on Amazon. You can't get anyone else to produce it. We own the production line. It's very unique for a Web3 product and Web3 company to be doing things this way, which is the right way. And we own a bunch of patents. And
you have the #1 cover model in Web3.
We do have the #1 cover model in all of Web3. Mr. or what is it? Esquire, Doug Hype. So yeah, no, absolutely. And then, check out Mind Games, exercise caution, don't overinvest. And then Dragon's Crossing is going to be the absolute biggest thing in the space. I'm financially invested in every goddamn thing that I've spoken about today. Thank you very much. That's it.
Dragon's Crossing, a game that's coming out in May, and it'll be fully ready to play day one. Sustainable tokenomics. The team is phenomenal. The team has strong core values. The team has a drive. Let's go, baby. Love you guys. Doug, any last words?
Yes. Grady is going to make a tweet with this in it and go like, hey, everybody, look at this thing. Everybody go there and comment and tweet and retweet it out. In fact, make more comments about how I'll die. Maybe there'll be awards for that. I don't know, man. Like, let me tell you, I like giving stuff away a lot to people that are interacting, okay? Let's make it a thing where we have more Twitter engagement and we retweet, we comment, because believe me, bro, I come from NFT land where I've got tons of followers and lots of people. I have like fans all over the place. And you know what I do, though? I come and hang out with you guys. You guys are like my home base, and we need to get all this goodness of the gaming and all this stuff out to everybody. We will need everybody in here, man, to share it, to enjoy it. And you guys are the OGs. You're here at ground zero. So good for you. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Let's
Grady,
go.
baby. Let's go, baby. Flu, baby. Let's go.
I love you guys.
Baby.
Flu, who's all over the place doing all kinds of things. Doug Hype, who's all over the place doing all kinds of things.
We need, wait, Grady, we need some Flu babies and some Hype babies. Let's go.
Flu,
baby.
Let's go. Yes, I love it. Doug Hype TV. We're all over the place. I love it. We're going to do this again. We're going to do some more intense gameplay for Dragon's Crossing. When I'm able to get my hands on it, we're going to wrap our minds around it. We're going to see how fun it is. It'll be an addictive game. I love you guys. Crypto Grady, Doug Hype, and Flu out. Yes.